In terms of experiences that are going to prepare you outside of the classroom for medical school and for your application process, I think it's really easy to get caught up in the mentality that you have to check off a set of boxes that, well, if I just spend a certain number of hours in a shadowing experience, if I sort of spend a certain number of hours in a service experience, a certain number of hours in the lab, if I go abroad for a quarter or for a couple of weeks, that it'll be fine and I'll just get into medical school, and that all I need to do is, again, just check a certain set of boxes. And I think, at least for Pritzker, that's really not the way that we look at experiences that you do outside of the classroom. What we're looking for is how have you grown and matured and developed and really prepared yourself for the challenges of med school. And that's not going to be the same for everyone, and just a certain set of experiences, you can't just say, well, everyone just needs to have these experiences and that's going to be sufficient. If I was right now in undergrad, what I would be thinking about is, what do I need to do to grow and prepare myself for the challenge of working for patients, for taking on that responsibility? Maybe what I need to do is go and push my comfort zone and spend some time working with people who have different backgrounds than myself. Obviously, the kinds of patients that I'm going to be taking care of in medical school and beyond in my career are going to come from all walks of life and all backgrounds. And so I would think, what do I need to do in order to develop into a compassionate person, an empathetic person, someone who's going to be ready for that challenge? Perhaps you haven't spent as much time in the sciences, or maybe you're working in another major, and so what I would think about then is, how do I need to prepare myself for the rigors of the science that are necessary for medical school? Of course, at the bottom of medicine is science, and we definitely want to see people with a strong foundation in science, but having activities that go outside the classroom, perhaps in a lab or some kind of other experience, might be what you need in order to strengthen your science commitment. Of course, spending time abroad is a wonderful opportunity. It can definitely help prepare you and strengthen you when it comes to moving outside your comfort zone. We would just encourage everyone, not to focus on that checklist, but to think about, how do I need to grow, how do I need to mature, and what's going to prepare me for that ultimate responsibility of taking care of patients.